Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so grateful that you are here. My name is Nikki, and I use my clairaudient and channeling abilities to help you find the magic within. If you're new here, welcome. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today's video is called, What Does Your Inner Child Want to Communicate with You? And I was called to do this reading because I personally am working on healing my inner child at this time. If we have experienced trauma in the past from our mom, dad, siblings, family members, it can leave a very deeply rooted wound that we take with us into adulthood. And there comes a time where it's important to listen to your inner child, which is the part of you that is joyful and fun and just exudes that childlike energy that may have been repressed down due to trauma that happened in the past or any type of wound that may have taken place in childhood. So I thought it would be a great healing video to bring forth, to bring messages from your inner child to you at this time, to provide some guidance to help you with whatever it is you may be going through at this time. So in the next part of the video, you will see 3 piles. Please meditate on the pile that is speaking to you and go to the timestamps that I provide down below to go directly to your reading from there. Also, if any part of a message does not resonate, just know that message is not for you. Take what resonates and leave what does not. Let's jump into it. Hey, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. What does your inner child want to communicate to you? I have your pile right here. Let's see what your messages are. We have manifesting is the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates my spirit and the spirit of the world. When I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. Okay, so first off here, pile number 1, your inner child wants to help you with your manifesting. And your inner child is letting you know that the more you cultivate a spiritual connection with the divine, with your spirit guides, your angels, whatever you refer to them as, it is important that as you learn to do that, you gain more trust in your manifestations coming into fruition. So when it comes to manifesting, your inner child wants you to know that it stems from how you feel on the inside, what you are thinking, what you are feeling, and also the energetic work that takes place that has to come first in regards to manifesting. If you don't do the inner work, then the manifestations will not come into fruition. So if there is still some trauma that is stuck in the body, some pain that you have not yet released through your emotions, then there's a need to release those blockages within the body by allowing yourself to feel whatever it is you need to feel. And also having more trust in the guidance that your spiritual team is giving to you at this time. And first and foremost, trusting in yourself and the decisions that you are making for yourself, because that is what is most important for you to connect with your own soul and make decisions and trust in those decisions that you are making for yourself. So when it comes to manifesting, all it is becoming a vibrational match to what it is that you desire. And you do that by tapping into your good feeling emotions. So if you're trying to manifest, say, a new house, but yet you still have some fear in you as to how that is going to transpire, there's a need to look at what your core limiting beliefs are in regards to that fear that is within you, so that you can reframe it into a more powerful belief where you're not afraid of whatever it is you're afraid of, rewiring it into a good feeling emotion, and then knowing and believing and trusting within yourself that your manifestation is on its way to you. So it stems with manifesting, it stems from knowing and believing and trusting within yourself that it is already yours, while still perhaps waiting on the result. So like in a 3D reality, it's still knowing and believing that the manifestation is yours, even if it hasn't made its way to you yet. You are just having that faith and that trust that it is yours. And by doing that, you align yourself, you raise your vibration more to align with your desire. So take a look at the inside and what fears may be coming up for you right now, and see how you can reframe those so that the thoughts and your beliefs that you are using to manifest are also in alignment with your feelings, because the secret is the feeling. If you have not seen The Secret on Netflix, I highly recommend that. It's all about manifesting, and it's just so interesting because there was a guy on that show who he was trying to manifest his dream home, and later on, after he had been manifesting it, he had his dream home but had forgot the manifestation that he had put in place in the past, and it was because he learned to detach from the outcome. If we are focusing so much on our manifestations and becoming attached to them, that actually repels them. So the key is to feel good, work through any fears that you need to work through, doing energetic work if need be, inner child healing, specifically in the lower 3 chakras, and removing any blocked energy from those chakras, and then you will start to see a difference in your reality. But in the 3D reality, when you are waiting for your manifestation to come, it's important to just have that inner knowing, that inner belief that it is already yours as you are working through all the other things that come with it. Next, we have yes. Just say yes. The age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Okay, so your inner child is saying, just say yes. So there is a passion or some type of creative expression that your inner child is wanting to express through you, and the spirit is showing me that there is some doubt about wanting to pursue this or to move forward with this. But your inner child is saying, just say yes. Say yes to yourself, because oftentimes we say no to ourselves, and that just continues to repress the inner child down. And that's what keeps those negative emotions perpetuating, because the inner child feels neglected. So your inner child is saying, just say yes. Let me express through you all of the joy and childlike energy, emotions that we can collaborate on together and bring out into the world. Let me show you what you are capable of. And saying yes to yourself is one of the best things you can do, especially if you are someone who has a very giving nature and has put yourself on the back burner for so long. You have very valuable gifts and talents to offer the world. And oftentimes, these gifts and talents were things that you were interested in when you were a child. But then as we grow up, there's a lot of programming and conditioning that takes place where we think that that may have been a pipe dream, and then we settle for something that isn't truly something that brings us joy. Your inner child knows what brings you joy, so say yes to yourself. And the age of light, you've been training for this for lifetimes. This is not your first lifetime. You have had many, many, many past lives. And this is inner child work that you have accomplished in these past lives. So this is something that you can transcend in this lifetime as well. Now, the lessons that you have learned in the past as a child and as a young adult, teenager, into young adulthood, and then eventually into adulthood, all of the things that happened in the past have been shaping your journey, because these are things that will help you with your creative expression, with your talents and gifts, because there is not one person in this world who has all of the unique gifts and talents that you have, and that is what makes you so special. So when you see all of the unique things about yourself, that is when you truly progress and move forward, because then your perception starts to change, whereas you start to see other people's unique gifts and talents as well. Instead of getting into this mode of, wanting to compare yourself to other people, you get into a place where you see the light and the beauty within everyone, because you are starting to see it within yourself. So you have been training for this for many, many lifetimes, and you have transcended it before, and you're going to do it again. Next, we have you are at the divine why point. Deliver your greatest gift to the world. Okay, so your inner child wants you to reflect on why you are doing the things that you are doing. If you are in a job currently right now where you don't enjoy it, your inner child wants you to ask yourself, why am I continuing to stay in this job? Is it stemming from a fear of running out of money? Is it a fear that I am not good enough? Is it a fear that I won't make it with this passion? So when you reflect on it from that sense, switch the script and visualize yourself doing what you love, and then ask yourself why you are doing what you are doing. Are you doing this because it brings you joy? Are you doing this because you are meeting a lot of like-minded people, connecting with one another? Are you doing this because you have decided to listen to your inner child and cultivate that joy for yourself? Like, what is your why? Ask yourself what your why is, because Spirit is showing me that you are at this fork in the road where you are wondering which direction to go in. And the way to figure that out is to ask why, and listen to yourself, to go within and listen and make decisions from your own soul. And deliver your greatest gift to the world. The greatest gift that you can give to the world is through whatever your passion is, to be honest, because your passion is what exudes joy from within you. And when you are in that joyful place, that is energy that is perpetuated out into the world. And you, since you are delivering the gift of yourself to the world, this is not egotistical, this is not selfish. It's understanding that you love yourself so much that you're willing to face the world and show up for yourself, and in the process, showing up for other people by filling up your own cup. So, what is your gift? What is your talent? What is going to help light other people's candles? What is your unique expression that you can gift to the world? Whatever that is, tap into that and exude that light into the world, because it will have a very powerful impact. Next, we have, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. So yeah, the universe has your back, and I feel like you are receiving a lot of inspiration or downloads through your crown chakra at this time that are helping you with the self-doubt and limiting beliefs that may be showing up. Your inner child wants you to know that the joyful emotions and the right-minded thinking is going to help you on a level that you may not be able to see right now, but when you tap into it right now, it gains momentum over time. So the universe has your back 100%. And if you are seeing messages pop up on Facebook or on YouTube or Instagram, anywhere that has like a how-to on, reframing your thoughts, perhaps that is something you would be interested in looking into to help you reframe the fearful thoughts into empowering ones that are based from a place of love rather than fear, because that's how much the universe loves you. The universe loves you so much that there is guidance put in our path at all times, to help us to get to a place of where we want to be with our lives. And that's something to be truly grateful for. And when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. This is your inner child telling you that your joyful presence, getting to that place of joy and love within you, is something the universe takes note of. And joy is the ultimate creator. So when you are authentically, genuinely in your joy, working on your passion, whatever that is, the universe takes note and will bring you all of the resources that you need. So there is nothing to fear about that when it comes to that. It's just a matter of doing everything you can to get to that joyful presence and place. Next we have recovery and miracle. So yes, when recovery is the card of healing and miracle is the card of integrity and honesty, if you are being honest with yourself about the healing that you need to take part in when it comes to your inner child, that is truly admirable. And miracles happen when you take that step for yourself. The healing is not easy. It is difficult because a lot of triggers come up, but when it comes to triggers, the best thing that you can do is to change your perception about the trigger. A trigger is actually your best friend, and it is showing up to give you the opportunity to let go of that pain. Now, for me, particularly within the last couple of weeks, I have been triggered a lot, and I noticed that I would eat sugar to, stifle down feeling these emotions. And I didn't eat sugar for about a week and I was triggered a lot, but I allowed myself to sit there and feel the emotion. And when I did that, I felt so much better by just getting it out. And it's just literally miracles take place when you allow yourself to heal and honor your pain. Now, I will preface this by saying that because there are some traumatic events in our childhood that may have taken place where it's very deeply rooted, I don't feel like it's something you can just get out all at once. It does take time to heal and it is a process. So I definitely don't recommend just doing it all at once. Like, know your limits and do your best to honor your pain in whatever time and space is comfortable for you, because this is very powerful healing work. And I certainly didn't want to just sit around and cry all day, because that wasn't fun for me. But I did give myself, about an hour or two to sit in those emotions, let them out, and then I moved on, because that is what is important. So I definitely don't recommend just doing it all at once, because emotions are very powerful, and that's why people repress them, because of the pain. But the key is to honor those emotions and allow yourself to feel them. And that is when true miracles happen, because you're being honest with yourself in that moment. And your last two messages are, I know inwardly what is right for me. I look in the mirror and say to myself, I deserve all good. I deserve to be prosperous. I deserve joy. I deserve love. I rejoice in my creative energy. Fun, uplifting ideas flow through my consciousness, and I follow through on the ideas received, bringing them into full manifestation. So, your inner child, the main message here is to trust yourself more and to tap into your joyful presence, which stems from some type of creative endeavor, talent, gift that you have. And Spirit has shown me that you have a lot of amazing ideas that you can use in this gift that you have. And it's going to create a ripple effect of creative energy in the world. Because when you shine your light, you help others shine their light as well. Because you show them what is possible. So rejoice in your creative energy, because there is something unique and special about you that the world needs to see. And you're going to be amazed at how quickly the joy is felt by you when you do tap into that. And ultimately, you know inwardly what is right for you. That's why it's so important to connect with your own soul. And whatever decision you make, it is the best one for you. And you have free will. And you are at your divine why point right now. So as you are at this fork in the road, just ask yourself why, because asking the why is going to help you tap more within yourself and come to a decision that is for your highest good. So thank you, pile number one. Those are your messages from your inner child. If you enjoyed the reading, if you liked it, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye! Hey, pile number two, welcome to your reading. What does your inner child want to communicate with you? I have your messages right here. Let's see what they are. My super attractor power comes from how I feel, my faith in love, and the joy I put out. I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. Okay, pile number 2. Your inner child wants you to believe that you are worthy of feeling good, because I can see that in the past there were some situations that transpired that created a belief within you that you were not good enough. There is this feeling of a fear of failing, a fear of not being seen or perceived as perfect in the eyes of others. But your inner child wants you to know that there is no one on this planet who is perfect. And if we were all perfect, it would be a pretty boring place to live. Your imperfections are something that make you who you are and unique. And you can actually use those to your advantage to be a major force in this world. And that's actually what has caused a lot of separation in the world, is this need to be perfect, or this need to be perceived in a way that where people can't criticize us. But people are going to do what they want to do ultimately anyway. So if you can get to a place where you truly believe that you are worthy, whole, and complete just as you are, then the thoughts and opinions of other people will never, ever bother you again. You won't be triggered because you will fully accept yourself for all that you are. And this is what your inner child wants to tell you, because Spirit is showing me that your inner child is pretty sassy and speaks their mind. Like, I feel as a child, you were somebody who definitely told it like it was. And I feel like those traits still exude out of you from time to time. And that is very admirable that you have such a strong inner child. And your inner child is showing up to ask you to believe that you are worthy, whole, and complete just as you are, and that you do not need to be perfect. Nobody is perfect. And that is exactly how it's meant to be. And your super attractor power, this has the vibes of wanting to manifest certain things at this time. And your inner child wants you to know that when you become a magnet to what you want, it stems from how you feel, your faith in love, and the joy that you are putting out in the world, because that is how you align with your desire, while having an inner knowing and belief within you that your manifestations are on their way. So what can you do to cultivate more joy in your life at this time, to feel joy as much as possible? I know that it's not 100% possible to do that all the time, because life happens and difficult things happen, but your inner child has this joy-like energy that just wants to exude into the world. So how can you cultivate that joy? How can you have more faith and love? And how can you tap into more good feeling emotions? Next, we have dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Okay, your inner child is saying, answer your deepest calling. And they're showing me there was something in your childhood that you really enjoyed doing. It brought you a lot of joy. But as you got older, it kind of fell to the wayside. What is that for you? Because when we are kids, we are expressing ourselves in the most authentic way that we could possibly do so. So did you have a talent to write when you were a kid? Are you a singer? Are you a dancer? Dancer is actually coming through very strongly because we have dance with life. Do something to change your energy. If you are a dancer, then definitely do what you can to dance more because movement in the body shifts energy. And if dancing is something that truly brings you joy, you're going to exude that. And it's allowing your inner child to be more playful in that moment and not take yourself so seriously. So, what can you do to move your body more to get that energy flowing and feel joy while you are doing it? Put on one of your favorite songs and just dance away to it, because not only is it your favorite song that brings you joy, but if dancing is something that brings you joy, you're moving that energy around and you're getting in your feels and you are cultivating more of a joyful presence. So, with Answer the Call, what is your deepest calling? What did you enjoy to do when you were a kid? Answer that question for yourself and see what you can do to try to do more of those things so that you can answer that call. Because as you answer the call, you're going to find that the more that you move forward and you break through any fears that you have, opportunities are going to show up for you. That is a given. Next, we have your lighthouse guides you home to the stars. And soul draft. Okay, so the soul draft shows up to ask you to change your perspective about something that's going on in your life. So your inner child wants you to, in a sense, take on a quality of that of the soul draft. What is the soul draft? The soul draft has a very long neck and can see things and situations that other people cannot. And when you allow yourself to take on a perspective like that, you will see the world in a very different way. And it also helps you have more compassion, not only for yourself, but for other people. And you will be operating from a higher vantage point, not in the sense of, oh, I'm higher or I'm more worthy than everybody in the world. It's not like that. This is just having a higher perspective of consciousness and allowing yourself to see what you may not have been willing to see before. And your lighthouse guides you home to the stars. This is your inner child asking you, what truly lights you up? What is something that you work on that when you're working on it, before you know it, 3 hours has gone by and you enjoyed it so much that the time just flew by? And this is what is going to help you recognize what your true passion is. Something you did in childhood and something that when you work on it, it brings you so much joy and good feeling emotions. And that is what truly lights you up. So ask yourself, what is your lighthouse? Because that is your best guide. Next, we have, when I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. So yes, your inner child is asking you to surrender and get yourself into a flow state of allowing. You have to get out of your own way to do that. And you do that by operating from a neutral place. Because when you operate from a neutral place, then you don't feel like you have to control every outcomes, because you've gotten to this place of faith and certainty where you're okay either way, no matter what happens. So when you get in a neutral place and you center yourself, anything that happens You know that you're going to be okay no matter what, whether you get this or you don't get this. Whatever happens, you stay in that knowing that I am okay. And that is what your inner child is saying, that when you lean on certainty and faith, that is your perception changing. Because when we are operating from a perception of, I have to do this, this is the outcome that I must follow, then you're not operating from a place of faith and certainty, because you're only looking at one way of doing things. But when you operate from a place of certainty and faith, you're saying, okay, universe, you have other outcomes available for me, and I trust that you are leading me to where I need to be. I know that I have to take action, but I am willing to see other opportunities and outcomes that will lead me where I have never gone before. So your inner child is saying, surrender to the universe, surrender to love, and surrender to certainty and faith, knowing that you are going to be okay no matter what happens, while you are taking action towards what it is you want. Next, we have release and rejection. So your inner child is saying, release the fear of rejection that you have. Rejection is actually Spirit's protection, and every time that we are rejected, it means that there is something better in store. You can change your perception of rejection, and you can release your fear of rejection by being grateful for every rejection that takes place in your life. So if that opportunity did not work out, if someone broke up with you, if someone walked out of your life, then you can change your perception and say, I am grateful for this rejection, because this is an opportunity for me to move forward to something even better in my life. And when you operate from a place in that nature, a lot of opportunities will open up to you. It will also shift your perception of how you have viewed rejection in the past and how you may be viewing it right now. Your last two messages. My business is prosperous. I rejoice in other people's successes because I know there is plenty for everyone. I am open and receptive to all good. I deserve to live in an atmosphere of joy and acceptance. So yeah, a lot of you have an idea to start a business, or you're in the process of getting this business going right now. So your inner child is saying, know and believe that your business is prosperous. And your inner child is also saying, don't compare yourself to other people, because what you've got going on is not like what other people have going on. And you can change this perception by celebrating other people's successes, because you know that the universe is abundant and there is plenty for everyone. And that is 100% true. When we operate from a lack mindset, it's because we have a fear that there is not enough. And then when we see someone else succeeding, it can sometimes cause us to be jealous or want to compare ourselves to them. But when we see someone succeeding, it's not in the sense to make you jealous, it's to show you what is possible for you. So know and believe that your business is prosperous, and celebrate other people's successes, because what you put out into the world, it comes back to y'all. I am open and receptive to all good. So yeah, believe that you are worthy, whole, and complete as you are, and allow yourself to receive your blessings, because I'm seeing a lot of you have a very giving nature, And there was a belief created that if you were to receive, it was selfish in nature, and that is not true. There has to be an equal give and take when it comes to giving and receiving. So open yourself up to the good that wants to pour into your life while working on what it is you love. Thank you, pile number 2. Those are your messages from your inner child. If you enjoyed the reading, if it resonated, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye! Hey, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. What does your inner child want to communicate with you? I have your pile right here. Let's see what your messages are. We have, my true safety lies in my capacity to align with the love of the universe. I release time and let the universe show me what to do. Okay, pile number 3. Your inner child wants you to know that you are not running out of time. And that time is actually an illusion. And your inner child is showing me that there are some feelings of not feeling secure, and that you're not doing everything that you feel like you could do to get farther along. But your inner child wants you to know that you are in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. Everything that happens on your journey is as it should be. Everything is unfolding in perfect divine order. So your inner child is saying, release time and let the universe show you what to do. Because when you let go of the notion of time, then you are opening up your perception to all of the opportunities that are in front of you instead of focusing so much on time. It's kind of serving in a sense as a distraction from what you could be doing right now. So instead of focusing on time, focus on what you are creating. And as you continue to have that patience and trust in the universe, your energetic support team, resources will be provided to you. So there is no need to worry when it comes to that. And your inner child is saying that your true safety lies in your capacity to align with the love of the universe. So this fear of feeling unsafe or that you don't have enough resources, it's stemming from a place of fear. What can you do to get yourself to a place of love? I am hearing to do some work with your root chakra, because that is the chakra where all of your fears kind of lie. And when you can balance the energy in that chakra, it will help you release the fear that you are not stable or that you are not secure. And it will help you align with the love of the universe instead of focusing so much on the fear. Next, we have, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. And play, have fun, celebrate. Don't be so serious. So yeah, your inner child is saying you are doing awesome because you are facing the way that you need to be. You are working on your creative passion. You are doing what you can to cultivate joy. So make sure that you're not taking yourself so seriously because things haven't happened in the time that you would like them to. Spirit wants you to celebrate what you have already created for yourself. You have come a long, long way. And Spirit is showing me that you've actually done a lot of healing with your inner child already, because you've gotten to this place where you are already doing what you need to be doing. So your inner child is saying, stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. You're exactly where you need to be. So while you are working on this, let go of time, be patient, and put more fun into your life. Don't take yourself so seriously. Celebrate how far you have come. You have grown so, so much. It is time to celebrate yourself and stop overthinking, because you're doing wonderful. You really, truly are. Next, we have, you contain the entire universe encoded within you. Befriend your fear monster. So yeah, your inner child wants you to take a look at what you are fearful about right now. One of the fears that I can see coming through is one that time is running out, and also that you're not safe in a sense. So reflect on those beliefs within you and ask yourself how you can befriend those fears. How can you reframe those fears into more empowering beliefs? Because anytime we cast love on fear, it just disintegrates, because fear cannot thrive with the vibration of love. So look within yourself. Your inner child wants you to know to look within yourself, evaluate what your deepest fears are, and then reframe them into empowering beliefs and tell yourself those things. So, for example, if you have a fear that you are running out of time, there's the fear, it's been identified. So, how can we reframe that? Well, you could say, I am not running out of time. I am exactly where I need to be. My journey is unfolding perfectly. I am doing the best I can. I have trust and faith in the universe that all is well. Everything is working out for me. So those are just some examples of how you could reframe that fear into empowering love beliefs. And you contain the entire universe encoded within you. You are so, so intelligent. Trust the intelligence within you, because you have a lot of amazing ideas that I see that you get inspired downloads for, and you are someone who isn't afraid to take action on them. I don't see that that is where the fear stems from. I just see that this is something new that you have taken it upon yourself to break through the fear and take action towards it. But now that you're in the midst of it, there's this fear of like time running out or not feeling safe. But trust that you have the intelligence to handle anything that comes your way, because you are doing amazing right now. And it is important to celebrate the growth that you have experienced up to this point. So trust yourself more and continue to do what you can to befriend your fears, because that will help you reframe them into more empowering beliefs. Next, we have, my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. When I lean toward love, I am led. So your inner child is trying to communicate to you how you can focus more on love. Because we have, my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. So fear is a very powerful emotion, but love is one that is even more powerful. If you are feeling powerful emotions of fear within you, knowing that emotions, thoughts and beliefs are what create our reality out here, if fear is the dominant vibration, then you are going to continue to attract to you experiences that make you fearful. So that's why it's so important to reframe those fearful thoughts. And as you do that, your energy is going to change, your vibration is going to raise with more love, and you are going to attract more loving experiences to you, because that's the whole point of manifesting, is to align with your desire. But it stems from becoming a vibrational match to what you desire. And if you're operating from a place of fear, that's not a vibrational match. So, how can you align yourself with more love in the process? The key being to reframe those beliefs. But there are other things you can do. As you continue to do what you love, that's raising your vibration. As you exude love into the world, that's raising your vibration. The emotion really is the key. And a lot of people who are manifesting but are wondering why their manifestation hasn't showed up, well, that's because there is a need to do the inner work. If you do not do the inner work to heal the inner child, then those fears stay trapped in the body. So you have to recognize what all your fears are so you can transmute them into love. Because when you lean towards love, you will be led. So that is what the ultimate answer is with raising your vibration and aligning to your desire, learning what love truly is to you, and tapping into that, and in the process, being led by your own moral inner compass that is exuding that love. We have destiny and service. So look at that. You have a destiny to be in service to other people. And this is operating from a place knowing that you don't want to do something just to serve yourself. This operates from the knowing that being in service to others, wanting more for others, puts you in a very high vibrational place because you are exuding that love. But in order to be in service to others, truly, to add value to others, you have to love yourself 100%. Because if you don't love yourself, it's not possible to love others, because we are all connected. Everyone is a reflection of us. So if we don't have love for other people, there's a part of ourselves that we don't have love for. So you have to shine light on those parts, transmute that fear into love, and allow yourself to step into your destiny of being of service to others, of adding value to others. I do feel like this is something that you are doing right now. So if you needed confirmation on that, then there it is. And it's truly amazing to be stepping into a world where it is safe for us to love one another and safe for us to love ourselves too. I am good enough. There is no need to struggle to be better. All I need to do is love myself more today than yesterday and treat myself as someone who is deeply loved. I forgive all past experiences. I accept all that I have created for myself, my past and my present. I am willing to allow my future to happen. So, yes, your inner child is showing me that there were some painful past experiences that you went through. And part of your inner child healing is to learn to forgive all those past experiences. And one of the most difficult parts of doing this healing is recognizing that we have created everything in our life ourselves and taking responsibility for all that we have created for ourselves. We created it so that we could learn certain lessons and see what the other side of love was in those situations. But you have went through those things right now. So now it's time to let go of the past and forgive yourself and forgive anybody that you need to. Of course, without forcing it, because forgiveness is not something that can be forced. But when we hold on to that resentment and that anger and that pain, it's a disservice to us because it keeps that pain trapped in the body, and that can lead to disease and illness. So it's now time to let go of all the pain that may have transpired in your childhood. Your inner child is saying that it's safe to let it go and to step into who you are truly meant to be. And I am good enough. Your inner child wants you to know that you are good enough. You don't need to strive to be any better than you are right now. All of that happens naturally as you exude self-love for yourself. So continue to tell yourself that you are worthy, whole, and complete as you are, and you are good enough. You deserve the good and abundance coming into your life. So claim your gifts and step into your power because you are worth it. Thank you. Pile number 3, those are your messages from your inner child. If you enjoyed the reading, if you liked it, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!